Why hello there all and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at Bridge Constructor The Walking Dead. Now The Walking Dead obviously is a TV program that was done by, I know, one of the TV show channel people, and Bridge Constructor is exactly as it sounds. It's a bridge constructing game where you have to build, bridges from A to B across a platformed area and get your... The original game was getting your peak from A to B over a bridge without having said car or truck or lorry or whatnot crash and die into a puddling heap of flames at the bottom of the floor. However, The Walking Dead Bridge Constructor is walking your dead zombies either from A to B or walking your, stranded victim from A to B to an end zone and over a bridge construction which you've put together, and helping rescue people from being eaten alive by the undead zombies of The Walking Dead. Now, obviously they've blended this in with some really nice animations and some really nice true to form of the real story of The Walking Dead, either the TV show or the comic book, I suppose. However, the graphical style of this is slightly different to the original Bridge Constructor game. It's a really nice hand-drawn type, cel shady type of art style, and it is very cool. I do like that aspect of the game. Now, one bugbear with this at the moment so far is the fact that the tutorial side of the game, where they first start you going into the controls and the different aspects of how you do the game, is not exactly the most explanatory. You'll see in some of the video footage I've captured here where it's telling you what to do, and it's like, well, I've read that, I've tried to do what you told me to do, and it's not doing it, so how am I supposed to play if you can't figure out what the hell's going on? I guess you're not. And you just sit there tapping buttons until miraculously something happens and it's like, oh okay, well that's how you do that then. And the instructions per se from on screen are not exactly very good to be helping you with what you're supposed to be doing. And that's coming from somebody who's played the original Bridge Constructor and not really found it on those games, but on this one it's slightly less informative of what you need to be doing. However, with that said, obviously I've played through the first few missions and I've got a general gist of how it all works, and after that initial hurdle is perfectly fine and you just plough on, carry on with the game, then you'll see what I mean by some of the other bits where it's just like, well, what did they want me to do here, type of thing. See, I've made my bridge, mate. Come on. Crack on with it. Now I think what's happening here is where the little arrow is pointing down to the little point there, it's not connected right. But it's not really being, look, it should snap to that point, not just sit there in the middle of nowhere. When I basically remove them all, I'm trying to find like a play button to get these peeps to walk across my bridge, but oh no, you can't do that quite yet because you've not put the actual planks of wood onto the bridge. So you'll see later on it actually to press like X in the middle of one of the beams to put the plank of wood across it. But because that the left hand side there hasn't connected right, it isn't triggering the next part of the tutorial to continue on with it. And you can see there it's not quite right, but it's not really telling you that it's not right. It's just pointing at the little bit on the arrow and going, isn't right. But it's, well, now I watch it back, it's like, yeah, okay. But like at the time, I was just, it wasn't as straightforward as you would have expected it to be, or as self-explanatory as you would have expected it to be. And see, now it's done it, but it didn't say, oh, it's not connected right. And obviously now, like, you just need to press on the things. Now, on some of the other Bridge Constructor games, you'd actually select the item you wanted to be using, which this does go into later on in the game. But at this point, it's auto pre-selected it for you to click on the actual bars to put the wood on. And that's perfectly fine. So yeah, on some of the Bridge Constructor games, you'd select the other thing, you'd have to re-go from from each of the pivot points or whatever to put the stuff on. So as you can see there, like, I'm trying to re-put wood across like it would have done on the original game, but this one doesn't work that way. You just have to select the bar that you've drawn and it changes it to wood. So it's not quite as easily noticeable as the older game was, or if you've played the older game and you're trying to play this one in the identical manner, you might stumble a little bit like I have, because the controls are different and the way in which you do things is slightly different, and so it doesn't quite gel as well with the old game. You go, like, you press the actual bar to turn it into wood road, and then it's actually done so. You remove that bottom bit and it's done it, and now you can press the let my people run across said bridge. Whereas before, you click from the little pivot point to the middle and put the wood across that bit, or road as it was across that bit, and then you do, you know, B to C and put the wood on that part. This, you just click the bar and it changes it over on that structure over to being a piece of said wood in this case. So yeah, like I say, we've got like the first 3 levels here that I've recorded. However, I have played past level 6 or 7, and I must admit I am thoroughly impressed with the game. I did always enjoy the older versions of Bridge Constructor. I didn't play the Portal one, which I do want to play that at some point. I just haven't had a chance. So that will be that. But this is generally my first impressions of the Walking Dead Bridge Constructor edition, or the other way around, Bridge Constructor The Walking Dead, or whatever they want to call it. So this bridge you're making here is very reminiscent of the original Bridge Constructor and the normal bridge, and this is rolling a little thing down it, killing said zombies and rescuing my little guys to the end zone. Now I'm watching this and thinking, God, if they can do The Walking Dead in Bridge Constructor, they're going to be doing Die Hard Bridge Constructor next time. Or they could be doing, The Lord of the Rings Bridge Constructor. I mean, they've done The Walking Dead for Pete's sake. Like, they could probably do any old thing you think of. The Bridge Constructor Lego Edition, Bridge Constructor Marvel Avengers Edition. You know, like, this is pretty cool. I pretty am impressed with it so far, with the first half a dozen levels that I've played, and it is fun, and I will be playing a lot more of it and probably get back to you at some point with a fuller in-depth review of it. But this is now available both on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and if you've previously bought it on PS4, you get the PlayStation 5 version upgraded for free. And what's really good about that is you've paid for it once, but it comes with 2 platinums. So if you're a platinum trophy hunter like I am myself, you could actually get the platinum twice by completing it twice. Once on the PS4 version and once on the PS5 version, because it's not got a shared trophy list, it's got a separate trophy list. So that means you can get 2 platinums. Now, I don't know how difficult the game gets later on. However, if you're good at it, and you're good at the other ones previously, and you're good at these physics-based puzzle games, then knock yourself out, because you're going to probably be getting 2 platinums in no time at all. So that's very good of them. And as I said, if you've bought it already on the PS4 version, and I recorded this video footage on the PS4 version, then you're got the PS5 version for nothing. I have downloaded the PS5 version, so I'll probably switch over to that and do my full review via the PS5 version, so I can do some comparisons between the 2 versions. But the game is so simple and straightforward, it's probably just going to be load speeds. That's about it. I can't see there being any graphical enhancements or anything else around a game like this for the difference between the PS4 version and the PS5 version. But with that said, you never know, I suppose. As you can see here, I've killed my man. Well done. It's gone well for me. Well, anyway, I'm going to leave that there, and you can continue looking on a little bit more of the next couple of levels here and some of the other features and such. But that's going to do it for my first impressions on the Walking Dead Bridge Constructor. And if you have any questions, I will get back to anybody who wants to ask them down below. But as I say, I am playing this on the side of Immortals Phoenix Rising, where when I get a bit bored of that, I'm jumping on this for a half hour or something, because it's more of a puzzly, relaxing type of game than I'm going to play it for 4 or 5 hours with a massive, in-depth storyline, and it triggers your thought processes and your mind to do think how these bridges need to be built to help your man from A to B or whatever. So it actually is a little bit different in that style of what when you play it, you know, as opposed to anything else. But I will get back to people with a fuller review on this, and if you liked this video, please drop me a like, and if you're new around here, please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much, everybody, and goodbye.